What's up? How y'all doing? Yeah. It's about to be summertime. Boom. Can't wait to pop out with my titties out. I'm single. Any other single people? Yeah. Y'all excited? I don't know. Being single is hard, boy. I'm getting sick of paying for my own food, drinks, parking, gas, plane tickets, hotels. I need a man. This shit is starting to get really, really stressful, boy. I'm willing to be in an abusive relationship and get cheated on again. Why did you touch her? Are you being abused? Blink twice. You surely did. Was like, bam. Boy, you remember the 1950s? Those was the good old days. Couldn't up the rice, but shoot, at least you had a husband to help relieve some of that financial obligations. That's my life. It's crazy. Dating is difficult. I miss those human interactions, though. You single? No? Oh, you just in an abusive relationship. Okay, so you're single. Yeah. You remember pre-pandemic, it was raining. You remember that? Everywhere I went outside, men were like, hey, 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 hey! Always with a ponytail. I can always count on y'all. Hey, 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 hey! I see why you locked in. You know what I mean? They aggressive. Boy, them ponytails used to be outside. It's crazy because I remember like the world got really sensitive all at once. So it turned into a man walking up to a woman saying, hey, beautiful, can be borderline sexual harassment depending on the environment. Yeah, all the men that smile a little bit, those are usually the men that sexually harass. I remember I was walking down the street pre-pandemic past 3 guys, and it was 3 of them. One of them ran up to me out of breath, and he said, hi. And I said, hi. He was like, how are you? I was like, I'm great. He was like, can I get your number? And I said, no! Because I didn't know the pandemic was coming. I thought I still had more days outside to reject more men. So I admit I was arrogant, you know what I mean? I used to disrespect people with ponytails. I was arrogant as hell. But now I've humbled myself. He said something to me. And it stuck with me like glue. He was like, yo, you're gonna regret this. And I thought, in the moment, I was like, that's really bold, like regret, like, and I laughed. I was like, ha, 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 ha. I think about that man every single night. I hope he finds me again, you know what I mean? Ladies, stop turning these men down, you know? Sometimes you walking right past your husband. My homegirl is single. I hang out with single women because they always have the bright ideas on how to find men. I don't hang out with married women at all. Married women don't give good dating advice. I asked this married woman the other day, I was like, oh my God, I'm ready to get married. Girl, I'm coming to you. How did you find your husband? And she was like, girl, I met him in 1995 at a bus stop. I was like, I'm not catching a bus to meet a man. That don't. What I look like parking my car out there like, hey! Next thing I know, I get arrested for prostitution. That don't make sense. It's too early in the morning for that. So my homegirl hit me with this new proposition. She said it's this new thing where you can manifest a man. She said, all you have to do is write a list and the man of your dreams will come into your life. And I was like, ooh, that sounds like some bullshit. Does anybody here feel like they're here with the person in their dreams? And the people that said, woo, those are the liars in the room. And I love couples like this. Y'all looked at each other like, we settled. You agree on that? Yeah, you wanted a man. Yeah, I get it. As he said, you didn't want anybody that stormed the Capitol, so I get it. It's crazy. I don't have nothing to lose, so I was like, what do we have to do? She said, first you have to write a list of what you want in a man. That's very vain. We all know what we want. And I want a man that's tall, dark, handsome, with muscles and a good hairline. And she was like, ooh, you're in your 30s. That's asking for a lot. I was like, what about Connor? She was like, did you meet his family? I was like, That's a little joke because I'm black. Thank you. I was like, what do we have to do next? She said, next you have to write a list of what you need in a man. And I thought about it, like, what do I need from another human, right? And I need someone that's loving, caring, supportive, financially stable, and a family man. And she was like, wow, that's a great list, but you know, this man doesn't look like the first man you described. Some of you ladies can't laugh because you're sitting next to the man you need and not the man you want. So I was like, yo, list is stupid. Why would we write 2 lists? I can have everything I want. So I ripped it up. I wrote one long list. And like magic, I ended up seeing this guy. He was everything that I wanted. But he was in the distance, so he didn't see me. Because that's how faith works. So I was like, yo, I got to shoot my shot. You know what I mean? You know what shoot your shot is? Kind of. It's where I go up to you and be like, hey, what's up? Give me some of that. You know what I mean? Just aggressive. Role reversal. So I was like, yo, I gotta be aggressive. Get the inner beast out of me. I gotta approach this man. But I don't like to approach men. Childhood trauma. When I was 13 years old, I was madly in love with this guy, and I did everything to get his attention. And he didn't love me the way I loved him. So as an adult, I went to therapy to process that rejection. And the reason why he didn't love me the way I loved him is because he was my cousin. Yeah, my Indian people know what I'm talking about. Sometimes your first love is your cousin, you know what I mean? Y'all kind of look alike, I feel it. Sometimes you gotta check that family history, you know? But I got on my fear of rejection. I went up to this guy, I was like, I'm gonna shoot my shot, but I'm gonna be a little less aggressive, you know what I mean? Went up to him and I said, hi. He said, hi. I was like, are you single? He said, yes. I was like, so what is the next question we should always ask a man, ladies? You guys, you jerking him off under the table. Don't move your hand now. It's okay. I get it. You laugh a little bit, touch, and okay, yeah. What was the question that you asked him?
Oh, God.
You don't have one? You just said, I'm ready? Okay. I like to ask a man, what do you do? That's my go-to. I want to know, what is your career? And this guy said, I'm a personal trainer. And I was like, ooh, personal trainer. Broke. It is no financial stability in personal training at all. So my girlfriend said, see, I told you go back to the list. And I thought about all the men that I know in relationships. Like, how long you two been together? Y'all married? I see your wedding rings. 20 years? Wow, that's amazing. The same person? You're like, I think so, yeah. How long you two been together?
Year and a half.
Oh, yeah, you sleepy, okay. Year and a half. You been married before?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I could tell. It's going to be your second wife or third? Second, okay. Year and a half. You almost in there, you know what I mean? Did y'all work together? Did you work together when y'all met? Because, you know, sometimes you look like the type that'll steal him from his wife. You know what I mean? Just a little secretary love. Why y'all all and she laughing? Yeah, I want that now. Yeah, I want to be married 20 years. I'm ready. And I realized in order for me to have a husband that my lifestyle requires a man with body fat. So now I look at life different. Every time I see a man with a little stomach, I'm like, ooh, he got a good job. I get turned on by dad bods now. It's a dad body. Sexy sir, you got the best body in here. Yeah! Don't put your head down, ma'am. You got a winner. Look at him drinking beer, just going all to his stomach. I love it. Yeah, because every time I see a dad bod, I know you eat, I eat, we eat. Now, when I tell you single ladies, I would kick you down to get next to a man with back fat right here called love handles. Every time I see a man with love handles, I like to walk up to the love handle and slap it like it's a fat ass. Like, hey, daddy. Then I finger it a little bit to tenderize it. Ma'am, you've been married 20 years. Have you ever fingered his love handles? That's how you get a little something extra for the holidays, you know what I mean? But don't smell your fingers, because anything you finger don't smell good. It's a lot of sweat in there, lint, and sometimes a tooth. I get turned on by them love handles, because every time I see love handles, I'm like, oh, he owns property. That's a house body right there. You own a house? No? What? You doing something wrong. Apparently. This is New York, though. You live in New York?
Yeah.
Yeah. North Carolina, you could thrive. All right, y'all, I'm Daphnique Springs. Thank you very much.
Smoke weed every day.